Hi guys, this is Sarah with Raven's Crochet. Welcome back to the channel. My furry feline Raven is on her kitty tree there in front of the window. I'm sure she'll jump over here shortly and say hi. I've got a whole bunch of yarn here in her spot here on the couch because I have so much to show you guys. I do apologize for being absent this past week. I have been exhausted from work, busy at work. There's a lot going on. We slowed down because of the road construction, and then business picked back up for a couple of days. We got slammed, and then it slowed down again the other night because apparently in their haste to get it done, the road workers, construction workers were out there late one night trying to get it done, and in their haste they messed up. They didn't do it right, so we learned that they had to repave the road and then relay fresh asphalt down and repress that down as they were doing the other day. Some of the road construction crew, they kept coming in for stuff, refreshments and all that stuff. But anyways, in between working and resting, I have been looming a lot on my Addy King Express machine that my very, very special friend sent me, my new bestie, yarny friend. Her name is M. Hi, M. Thank you so much for the loom. I have been looming like crazy because that's all I've been able to do really between working and sleeping. Because, I don't know, my depression kicked back in for a few days. I was mentally drained and exhausted. That was Raven, by the way. And looming, all I have to do is cast on, which is super easy. Every other stitch, every other stitch, every other stitch. It gets the yarn, and then I just slowly crank the handle a couple of rows, and then I was literally doing this for hours yesterday while I was watching TV, watching Netflix here on my phone. Yep, I did about 1, 2, 3. I probably did about I probably cranked out about 2,000 rows, maybe. I don't know. My arm was a little sore last night. Just a little bit. But anyways, I have my light so I can show you some of the yarn and the hats and stuff that I've been working on. So, the first one I did, well, I made this one on my loom. This yarn is just like the Red Heart Unforgettable from where you can get from Joann's or order online from other catalogs. I know you can get this yarn on the Annie's catalog. Hirschner's I don't know if Hirschner's has it. Your Inspirations has it. But anyways, it's super long. I folded the brim up. I like it to be big because I love my slouchy beanies. I recommend, if you have a knitting loom, the 3 weights work very well. 4 weights, most popular, most tested, used, practiced with yarn is a 4-weight yarn. 5-weight yarns are okay as long as they don't look like they're going to be splitty, as long as it is not like a super duper chunky 5-number weight. And because like this yarn, I try to use this yarn. This is Premier Color Fusion and the colorway Berries and Cream. And I've already tried this on my knitting loom 3 times and had to take it all back off. So if that doesn't tell you I was having issues with color fusion, I'm going to try it one more time, very slowly and carefully. And if I have one more mistake, I'm going to take it off and just chunk the idea of looming with this. I can still crochet with this, obviously. It's a gorgeous colorway. I love this yarn, but this is probably not the best yarn for a knitting loom, not to mention inexpensive knitting loom. This yarn is where I did break 1 stitch, 1 hook with that, and the hooks can be very sharp, as you can see, very sharp. But the part that broke off was this little nub that sticks out on the back. It sticks out a few centimeters so that it keeps the hook down as it needs to be down. And there's like a little triangle piece inside right at the row counter that makes the hooks raise up to catch the yarn. But they send you like 4 extra white hooks, 1 extra black hook. God forbid if I have to go on there and order another package of hooks. I want to be careful with that machine, obviously. So I made this one. And I made this one. This is one of my favorites. I love this. This yarn here, Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches just did a review on. This is the Yarn Bee Purple Multi. Here's the ball band. It's $5.49 for a skein at Hobby Lobby. Yarn Bee Glowing Purple Multi is the color name. They have a project pattern inside the ball band, which is awesome. Yarn Bee is great for that. And it's just for a simple slouch bag that you put your yoga mat in to carry. It's got like a side pocket on there. But it very much works up in like a rainbow ombre effect. Very, very gorgeous. And I alternated this 10 rows. Here's some of the leftover yarn. And let me tell you about this yarn before I tell you about the other yarn I used. This is a 4-ounce skein, 113 grams, 198 yards, 181 meters. They recommend using a 4mm crochet hook at least, which to me that's standard for any 4 worsted weight yarn. It is 60% acrylic, 40% polyester, makes it extremely soft to work with. You guys have seen a little short while back, I made this granny square blanket for my small little baby rocking chair that I have here in my living room. And I just went around and around and around and around, and this is the ombre effect that you get working it up into a granny stitch. Very, very gorgeous yarn. It is obviously a mild effect yarn. As you can see, it's got 2 different colors in it. Worked together. Such a gorgeous yarn to play with. It's $5.49 a skein, like I said. You only get 113 grams, 4 ounces, 198 yards. But to me, it's worth it, especially if you love soft yarn, if you love rainbows. It may not be worth it to you, but by all means, use a coupon. Wait till it's on sale. At Hobby Lobby, there is 30% off every other week on their yarn. But wearing this in cold weather, I wanted to alternate this with a cream-colored yarn, and so not only would the colors look good together, but it's a warming yarn. I used the Heat Wave yarn. It's supposed to warm me up about 12 degrees more. It's a 4 worsted weight acrylic. It's machine washable and dryable. The colorway is Sandy Shores. It's just a basic cream, maybe like a parchment color, beige cream, ecru color. I think it's gorgeous with this rainbow color. Very, very gorgeous. And I just alternated every 10 rows. And I folded it in half and stitched it closed. And there are some mistakes in here. It can kind of bunch up right there. This is if you're not careful, if you're not maintaining your tension. And see, sometimes they can bunch up and get too tight right there. But that's why that part is on the inside. So if I have 1 or 2 little bitty mistakes, I'm not going to undo it. It'll just go on the inside, and it'll still look gorgeous, and I can donate hats like that very easily. So this is a gorgeous hat. I love this one. And this one is Fruit Salad. That's the color name on this one. Fruit Salad. Very gorgeous. Long beanie. It could be slouchy, and I like to fold the brim up high to cover my ears. Keep my ears super warm. Very gorgeous hat. I love these. This is the ball band from that. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's $4.99 a skein. 100% acrylic, easily washable and dryable. Comes in a 5-ounce skein, 142 grams, 252 yards, 230 meters. And they recommend using a 5.5mm hook, but this is a 4-weight yarn. You can go down as far as a 4mm hook if you want your stitches tighter. Guessing on this knitting loom, I would say that the hooks are maybe about a 6mm. Maybe a 6.5 if you're pushing it. But this colorway name again is Fruit Salad. Very gorgeous. That's the leftover yarn. I have just enough I can make a pom-pom, which I may do, and gift this to one of my sisters for Christmas. So cute. I love how this turned out. It's like speckles of rainbow sprinkles just melted in here. It's so cute. I love this yarn. I thought that would be perfect in a hat. And I made plain gray. I haven't stitched it closed yet, but I made plain gray. I was careful with this one. Came out perfect. I have enough to make a pom-pom. And, of course, I made one using this yarn. I made that, that crochet scarf. What I do with it? I just had it. Oh, here it is. Stylecraft More. I ordered this yarn from Wool Warehouse because they were out on Lovecraft's website. And so this is from Wool Warehouse because they had a whole bunch more in stock. It's a UK website, and it didn't take very long to get here. It took like a week or so. And this is the yarn crocheted up. You guys want to see how it looks knitted? I think it's gorgeous. This is how it looks knitted. Very, very gorgeous. It's got blue in between every single color, but it is gorgeous. And I have it super long, so the brim can fold up. Isn't that cool? I can do comparisons now in crochet and knitting. That's so exciting. I love looming. It's so much fun. It works up a fabric so quickly. I can easily make a scarf and hat set really, really quick in a day if I need to for a quick gift. These knitting looms are so worth it if you like to make a lot of stuff like that, if you like to donate a lot of hats and stuff every winter, if you like to make quick Christmas gifts or birthday gifts in the winter seasons. So, so pretty. So, so pretty. Nice slouch. Nice big stretch. This is very much a smaller 4-weight yarn. They call it an Aran weight on their ball band. I don't know if you can read that. It's an Aran weight very much. And it's got good yardage on these donuts. It's 100-gram donut. The colorway is Dusk, by the way. And it's 240 meters, 262 yards. That's quite a bit. And I love how this works up. And to me, this works up like a chunky 3-weight yarn, a smaller 4-weight, you know, in between, which makes it very stretchy, just like a 3-weight yarn for a hat. I think that the 3-weight yarns on these looms are perfect for adult-size hats, especially for big heads because they stretch so much. The 4-weight yarns run a little bit smaller, but they're still stretchable if you wear it enough, if you play with it enough. I also made this one. This is a 4-weight yarn, 2 different colors. Obviously, I did striping every other 7 rows. I used one of my favorite yarns. It's the white with the multicolored metallic thread in it. You see that? Rainbow metallic thread. See how gorgeous that is. Look at that sparkly gorgeousness. Ooh, I love that. It's perfect for Easter, Christmas, anytime you want to be sparkly, New Year's Eve. There's even sparkle in the gray yarn. So what I used was, this is Red Heart Super Saver Metallic. And both white Blanco. And this one says light gray Gris Claro. Very, very gorgeous, worked up together in stripes. This one, the gray, light gray, has like a silver metallic. And they look gorgeous together in stripes. I think it looks gorgeous. This would look gorgeous in a long scarf, which that's what I was going for, a really, really long scarf. But I kept making mistakes with this one. I don't know why. The 4-weight worsted weight acrylic yarn is super easy to work with, especially since it's not chunky. It's not really fuzzy, doesn't have a large halo, right? So I still had mistakes though. I had this went through my knitting loom 3 times, not even playing, 3 times last night. And I did about 129, 130 rows, so my arm got a little tired. Yeah, but I made it long enough to where, like I said, I like long brims to fold up. And I think it came out really good. It's a little snug on me right now because I haven't really been playing with it a lot. Obviously, I just got done with it last night. And the brim fold folds down some. But I think it's so pretty. I'm more than likely going to gift this to one of my sisters because it is a little bit small. For me, it came out smaller than I was anticipating. but it's still really, really gorgeous. And it looks brand new. I mean, it is brand new. It's brand new yarn. It's brand new as it was worked up last night. So cute though. Hasn't even been washed yet. But, and then I made a couple for our guy friend. This is a gray ombre color. This is just a little cake of yarn I bought in an 8-pack from Ice Yarns. They come in like little 50-gram balls, little donuts, and I haven't closed that one up yet. This one is like a cherry red and anthracite black. I just need to close the top of the hat. And this one's short enough. It doesn't need a brim. This is just for a guy. Same thing with this one. So he can have a couple of color choices. He drives truck and it's going to get cold out there on the road. So he likes it cold though. So if he gets super cold, he'll have some choices to warm his ears up with. And then I made this one. Look how gorgeous this colorway is. This is from Ice Yarns. It comes in a package of 4 for like $9, I think. It's a 3-weight acrylic roving style yarn. And this colorway, they don't have colorway names, but this one I would name Ocean. I would name Ocean. This colorway is gorgeous. It just reminds me of a tropical beach. You've got the sandy shore, the rocks and the earth, and then you've got the royal purple blending in and into those deep waters, going back out towards the turquoise and aqua sandy colors. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Here's a little bit left over. I'm not gonna make a pom-pom. I don't recommend that with roving style yarn. I have made a mess of that before trying that out, and there were little bitty fuzzies all over my airspace. All over. Like I needed like an air filter big time for like 2 days to clear out all the fuzziness that was flying around from making pom-poms. Because when I shook that pom-pom, you shake a pom-pom, I recommend you sit in a well-ventilated area like you were painting, or you go outside, because you're going to have fuzzies flying all over the place, and you're going to have to do a lot more dusting. Yeah, honey. Yeah, don't do that inside. Not with roving style yarn. If you haven't done that yet, I recommend you don't. That's a mistake. There are yarn crafting mistakes, you know, that we don't want to do. So, but this is left over. I'll probably save that with the other 3 skeins I have still in the package, as this is super long and I have to fold it in and stitch together for the hat. But this is gorgeous. I took this off my loom and I sat here for about 5 minutes just thanking God that we have such a gorgeous color palette here on Earth to work with. I can't even imagine what kind of colors that we'll be able to see and play with in heaven, but we still have gorgeous color palettes here on Earth to play with. Very, very gorgeous. So it just makes me wonder, like, I'm amazed with this color range of yarn right here. Just looking at it, being on camera, it does not do its justice. It does not get its justice on camera at all. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. So I can't even imagine what kind of colors we'll be able to see when we get to heaven. So that's pretty much all the hats I've been working on thus far. I have a bunch of them to stitch closed, and I've got a few I need to make pom-poms for. This one's done. This one will get a pom-pom since it's, you see, this one's actually looser. This is a 4-weight yarn, as this is a 4-weight yarn, but this is real tight for some reason, and this one's real loose and stretchy. So if I keep this one, I don't particularly like pom-poms myself, so I can make a pom-pom and use it on something else. I don't know, but this one's finished. It's not going to get a pom-pom because, well, it actually could. I'll give this one a pom-pom just to cover this up because, you know, I mean, it is kind of bunched up from closing the hat. There's a knot I need to try to hide a little bit. Done. Okay, that one's gone. And that's pretty much it. 2 more skeins of that yarn that I have for other projects because I have like a whole bunch of this. Ice Yarns also has this, and I just placed another order with Ice Yarns, so that'll be here within the next week. As far as now, I do have a bag of Ice Yarns that just arrived this morning, an order I placed last week, so my next video will be ice yarns unbagging. I do have one more thing to show you guys. That was on my loom. I saved the best for last. You're going to want to see this. But my next video will be the ice yarn unbagging. And I know I still have a tutorial for you guys, but we're not starting the temperature blanket till the 1st. So I still have a little bit of time to get that tutorial out to you guys. So I'm really hoping to do within this next week. It's just the simple row by row granny stitch cluster. But I altered it just slightly so it lays more flat and it's more even on both ends. And I will also be showing you how to do color changes because we're going to be using a lot of colors for our temperature blanket if you plan on joining us and ordering all of your solid yarns, which I'm using Premier Basics. It's a great value and it's so soft, has a very low peel. I've already tested it through the washing and drying process to see how it would peel, and to me it holds up just as well as the Savor from Ice Yarns and the and this yarn here.